Both Christina and I got matching pouches to try out in EDC, and here I have just a little pile of some old ones that I've used. Now I have to say, most people probably wouldn't carry this in their pocket, although I've carried all these in my pocket. Usually my leg pocket of the cargo pants, and this is like stuff that I don't necessarily use every single day. It's just nice to have it separately. Obviously, you know, everyone's different. You know, what you carry could be extremely different from the guy next to you. But once you have a gun and multiple knives and flashlights and Zippo lighters and lip balm and change and, you know, the list goes on and on and on. I don't always need those things with me. A lot of times I have this stuff in the car, but occasionally I will carry an EDC organizer in the leg pocket of my cargo pants just so I have it with me. Don't always use it, but there are occasions that I do, and it's just nice to have it right there on my person. So right off the bat, I just want to show a couple of these ones that I've used before. This one I got, I believe, in a Going Gear club, one of their EDC clubs. I like this because there was some quick access stuff on the outside, but also just basically one big old pouch, all right, which I can use for anything I wanted. Now you can see the difference in size here. This is about the same size as these little Picofire pouches, and that's what I like because I'm kind of downgrading. Before this one and before these, I've carried these. All right, so I have original COUNTYCOM EDC pouch. All right, take a look at this guy. And this housed so many different things. I'd keep, like, my Torx driver in here, and a pen and a pencil and a Sharpie and a pad of paper and extra batteries and all kinds of stuff. But once you start bulking these guys up, it gets pretty big and fat and heavy, and it is just kind of like a lump of weight that's swinging, with your leg as I walk. I've done this for many, many years. Carry these on and off. This one is kind of like an imitation one. I'm not even sure where I got this. I think I might have gotten this in a trade. Someone just threw it in there. Similar, type setup, because this one's pretty beat up. Similar setup in a lot of ways, but the original COUNTYCOM one is where it's at for me. And then of course I have another COUNTYCOM one in a different color with the patch on there, which I always love. So yeah, these, it's not that I don't use these anymore. I'm not going to probably use this one anymore. These other two I will use. Actually, this one you can see, Microtech Extreme. So this one is definitely from COUNTYCOM. This one I feel like I got from COUNTYCOM as well, even though it's not branded. But this is like really, this has got to be like 10, 12 years old, something like that. So I've had this for many, many years. But anyway, these definitely have their place and time when I use these things, especially when traveling. But just for like extra EDC stuff, not so much anymore. So put that off to the side. We're going a little bit more minimalist. Again, this is Christina's setup, and this is my setup for now. I'm still testing this. There's definitely some alterations I want to make to this, specifically with the zipper pulls, which we'll talk about in a second here. But these have, your run-of-the-mill, high-quality 500 denier nylon, for the material. They're using YKK zippers, which is, it's just nice as far as, the tactical scene goes. It has all the requirements as far as quality. Sometimes things are really overbuilt, and this might be for a whole separate video, but especially like some of my like first aid bags and stuff, they just don't necessarily need to be what they are. I'm not dragging them through the middle of Iraq, in the sand and the dirt and the rock. I'm not in a war. I don't need those materials that you can literally throw off a building and be fine. It's nice to have them. It's cool, but sometimes, especially with pouches like this, it can add a little bit of unnecessary bulk. So like right off the bat, if you are on the more tactical side of things, I mean, this is where you gravitate towards, and I'm that guy. I like stuff like this, as opposed to getting pouches that have super, super thin, like, the best way to describe it is like tent material. That stuff's durable enough for its purpose, but I always feel like, this is gonna be fragile, this is gonna rip. But I don't carry stuff like that often. And my wife does. She carries a lot of different pouches here and there in her purse. So she's had all kinds of setups. And those little things that they see, and she'll show it to me occasionally. And I'm like, man, that thing's going to rip. Guess what? They never do. They never do rip. But because they're super, super lightweight, these are things that backpackers love because, they're obsessed with weight, especially if you're traveling miles and miles with just a backpack and the gear in it. But anyway, I'm kind of losing the focus of what I'm talking about here. I'm just saying that it's not always necessary to have these like extra heavy duty materials, but I still like them, whether it's needed or not. So anyway, let me show you Christina's setup first here. These do have a tab on it. When you get these, I cut mine off, all right? So you can see where my tab used to be. I'm never gonna carry it like that, so I made the executive decision of cutting it off. Christina loves to have straps Depending on the situation, depending on her setup, what she wants to do with this, she likes having the option to carry this around the neck, especially, again, if you're traveling or even doing like a day hike or just a small trail or going out and about, you know, depending on what we're doing, she likes to have that option. So she was smart enough to leave hers on, but I just said, no, I'm never going to do that with this because I have other things that I would prefer. You know, if I wanted to have something on my chest, I'd use like the ribs pack or something like that and have a lot more carry options. But, you know, different strokes for different folks. So that's what she did here. You can see she put a locking S-beaner on here and kept that strap on there. Also, the first thing she did was modify these zipper pulls, and that's what I was talking about. I love the different pockets, and I like these zipper pulls aren't bad at all. They're very easy to get to. The problem is that they're just kind of hanging in the wind. You could see the three of them there, they're just all sticking out. First thing she did was modify it. She just braided a tiny little thing here because the back pocket's not something she uses all the time. When she needs to, it works totally fine. She can get to it. Doesn't have to be quick accessible. You know, it's not a CCW pouch or something like that. So, you know, low profile and just much better in my opinion. See, she threw on one of her patches on the front, her little owl patch. And also, she likes using this locking collar. I don't use mine because it's a pain. It's really cool for extra security, let's say. So you fish your little zipper pull through there, so it makes it so you can't just grab that and open it. So if, I don't know, let's say you rest this down somewhere and you're in public, maybe especially a touristy place or something, lots of people around, someone might be tempted to just kind of open your thing and see what's in there. You're not going to do that with that. That's literally just a little, you know, security feature there. However, you could see it's kind of a pain in the butt to fish that back through and get that thing to open. So it's serving its purpose, but I don't like using it. I'm rarely ever just resting something down. You know, Christina doesn't either, but, you know, she doesn't have a problem with it. So anyway, she did do that. She uses that, and I don't. As far as the inside, let me show you her setup real quick first. And she's been using this a little bit more than I have lately. I've just been playing around with some different ideas and stuff. I'm keeping mine in the car a lot of times. I've only carried it on my person a couple times in the pants. But you can see what she likes about this is that this fits her passport, all right? So she has her passport on the back panel, which goes all the way down. It's just a really nice fit. And again, this is something that she'd much prefer to carry for travel. And the next time we do travel somewhere, this is exactly what she's gonna have. She loves this thing. And then she has some cards in here. I took my cards out because I actually had credit cards in mine. But she has, you know, just some reward cards here. There's a little pouch on the bottom. You can put anything in there. Hers is empty right now. She has the little, you know, compact pen and a notepad. A little Write in the Rain on the back there. She's not using her key fob holder right now. And that's it for her for now. She likes the idea of leaving a lot of this stuff open. So if she needs to put things into it, she has that availability. I tend to, and it's a great, you know, it's a great idea, really. I tend to pack these things out. But if I have something I buy or obtain or require, I'm out and about, I have nowhere to put it in these little pouches, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a nice idea that if she wants to add something to it later on, she can always reserve the right to do that. But anyway, that's her little setup here on these pouches. All right, put that off to the side. And take a look at mine. I got my Glock patch on the front here. All right, front pouch, all right, which is very convenient. Not using mine for anything, just don't have anything to put in it right now. On the back pouch, I do keep a $2 bill. This is where, if I was traveling, I'd probably keep a little bit of extra change. Again, this is what she likes for hers specifically because it's dangly on her neck. So you're out and about, it's just right there. You know, you're at a vendor somewhere, maybe you're at a fair or something like that. Oh, I'd like to buy that. And you just unzip your little pouch, which is right there, and you pull out, you know, maybe get 20 bucks in like, you know, fives and singles or something. I just keep a little $2 bill in here. You guys know I like my funny money. I just did a video on the $2 bill recently. So, just have a 2 in there. Flip that back in. All right, open up the big pouch. Now you can see I have just a couple things in here I'm not using all the time. I have, instead of a passport in mine, I have the handkerchief. This is one of my, actually this goes way back, one of my grandfather's handkerchiefs who's been long passed away, but went through his stuff and found a bunch of new ones that were never used. So it has a little sentimental meaning to me, but it's not my main hanky. I always carry a handkerchief in my back pocket on, no matter where I am, what I'm doing, I always have one there. But it's nice to have a backup, you never know. maybe you do actually blow your nose into. I'm usually wiping stuff off with mine, but let's say you do blow a big old snot in there. You don't want to keep opening it up and wiping it on your face, right? So if you are sick or something, nice to have a backup you could swap out. As I mentioned, I had credit cards in here, so I took these out just because obviously I don't want you to see any information on them. Then my change pouch does have change on it. All right. This is all funny money, what I like to call funny money. Stuff we don't normally see every day. We got some dollar coins, Sacagawea. I got two Sacagaweas. I got a Susan B in there. I have, whoa, dropping it everywhere. Hold on. Oh, let's see. We got a Kennedy half. Let's dump it all out. See everything I got in here. All right. So, Susan B. Anthony, Susan B. Anthony, Susan B. Anthony. We got two Kennedy halves. All right, so that's $4. Presidential dollar, it's $5. Sacagawea, that's $6. Sacagawea, it's $7. Sacagawea, that's $8. Two more Kennedys, that's $9. All right, presidential dollar, $10. Sacagawea, $11, and Sacagawea, $12. So I got $12 in coins. Again, just once in a while, I like to use what I call funny money. Just makes it kind of fun. Usually it's educational. I hand someone a dollar coin and go, what's this? Because even the dollar coins, they were confusing them with quarters. That's, by the way, why they got rid of the Sacagaweas, if you remember when those came out. Yeah, people didn't know what they were, and so it just got confusing. So, yeah, you don't really see those too often, or Kennedy halves. Even though Kennedy halves are still in production, as far as I know. But anyway, just change pocket, good to go. I have a small little AAA flashlight. This is a, I believe, an O-light. Let's see. This is one of their i3 EOS's. Old school little AAA. And then I carry a spare AAA just in case battery dies on me. Mini Bic. Got some of the lip balm I did a video on. This is the Hurrah, the orange. Then I keep some mints in here. All right, nice little flat pack, Mentos. This is a brand new pack. I haven't used this yet. And then I have on my fob a bottle opener that I got. So yeah, I mean, none of this stuff is stuff that I need to use on the daily. I do keep separate chapstick, usually in my pocket, just so it's easily accessible, at least in the wintertime. In the summertime, not so much. But it's just nice. It's just a nice little setup. Again, you know, always swapping things around. I do have two other pockets back here. The issue I have is when you see like layered bands like this, it looks great. Like, oh wow, you could put 4 things here, then you could put 2 things in the back. The problem is once you put 4 things here, like I have, you're bulking everything up. It gets fatter and fatter and fatter. And like even now, you can see, it looks like it's not gonna close. It's not a big deal when I close mine, but it's already kind of fat, you know? So if I put other tools in there, like backup knives, which is unnecessary because I already have knives that backup knives that backup knives. I'm layered in knives in my EDC normally. I don't need extra ones in my pouch, although sometimes I still do carry extra knives in there. But you can see like how chunky this gets very quickly. So like even the bottle opener, I've been testing bottle opener. I'll probably take that out. It's totally unnecessary. I'll just keep the little key fob there empty. It's added weight, it's added bulk. I can use the mini Bic to open a bottle if I needed to. You know, it's not that big of a deal. I just like to test things out. But yeah, that's just the little current setup. I do love these packs. I think they're pretty cool. They sell these for 20 bucks. Not the cheapest pack on the market as far as this stuff goes. You can look on Amazon. There's all different companies, all different styles. But I do like their size and I do like the layout quite a bit. And Christina loves it specifically, again, for travel. This is not like her EDC, although she has carried it when we're out and about for the day. But she's very excited to test it out when we actually have to go somewhere. For me, it's more or less, you know, leg pocket, or sometimes I'll leave this in the car just so I know that I have that extra gear that's in there. But again, this is backups to backups to backups, totally unnecessary. It's just fun, you know, and I like to be very over prepared. So I think that goes without saying if you watch my channel for a while. But anyway, that is it. Just wanted to, you know, show this off a little bit. Ask you guys if you have EDC organizers, what are you using? You know, if you watch my videos for a long time, did you get one of these old Microtech CountyCom, you know, pouches? If you did, how's it working out? Now, if you watch my EDC updates, and I'll probably have another one in the future, I like pouches like this, but I gravitate much towards even smaller, like leather EDC holders, which just hold a minimal of like, you know, 2 to 5 tools. Just depends on the setup. Oftentimes I'll have like a flashlight, a lighter, an extra knife, and a pen. But those do vary a little bit. Sometimes instead of a lighter, I'll have just an extra flashlight and a knife and a pen. But, you know, just different combinations of that. But anyway, that is it. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Let me know down in the comment section, do you have any kind of these, you know, EDC pouches on your person? Or do you like these pouches just for, like, let's say, the center console of your car? I do use these pouches as well in my car. Again, just extra stuff on extra stuff on extra stuff. It's just all layered up. I have a similar pouch to the Counticom one, and I keep some basic, like, first aid in there, some Band-Aids, some ointment, some alcohol swabs. I keep, again, extra flashlight, extra batteries, extra knives. I got flashlights and knives and batteries everywhere. It's pretty ridiculous and unnecessary, but it makes me happy. I like being prepared. And guess what? I do actually use this stuff. I mean, half the time I'm lending it out to other people who are unprepared. And that's totally fine, because usually it's friends and family who I love very much, and I have no problem doing so. But anyway, that is it for now. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.